here with Peter Eldred from the Daintree Discovery Centre. Peter, welcome. Sorry, I forgot to unmute the microphone there for a second.
No problem for having me, Simon.
So how's it up there? You told me you'd had a little bit of rain last night.
Yes, it's been very, very heavy. I believe last month we received nearly 3/4 of a metre of rain.
3/4 of a metre of rain. Is that's normal for this time of year?
It is, Simon. Our wet season can continue from November, typically right through to April. We average generally about 4 metres of rain per year up here.
Wow. Well, there's no reason why they call it the wet tropics, I suppose.
That's correct.
So Peter, tell me a little bit about what you do and where you're sitting at the moment.
So the Daintree Discovery Centre is nestled in the middle of the oldest surviving lowland tropical rainforest on Earth. The facility is designed to provide people with an understanding and the significance of the Daintree rainforest. Where I'm sitting is on the back veranda from our main reception, and it overlooks an incredible array of different species of plants. We have a beautiful rainforest stream not too far from me here also.
We're getting a little bit of breakup on the Skype. I think everyone understands that some of these interviews we're doing are in very remote locations, and one of the delights often is being in these remote places. You talked about this to me earlier. You work in the oldest rainforest in the world. You travel a distance to get to work from your home, and the remoteness sets a few challenges, doesn't it, in terms of the sustainability processes. Tell me a little bit how you deal with those.
That's correct. The Daintree is an incredibly unique rainforest, and one of the major aspects of living up here is living within the environment. So at the Discovery Centre here, we pride ourselves on environmental sustainability, recycling efforts within all of the staff. For example, we collect organic food scraps from the café, waste materials, for example. I take them home, and I've got 8 very, very happy chickens that devour the food that is produced.
I've got some pictures of your garden here, I think.
Yes, so one of the first things I built was a beautiful big raised garden bed. So I produce as much food as I can from passion fruit, dragon fruit. I have a lot of different major fruiting trees, so a lot of quite unique plants, carambola, dragon fruit, abiu, mango, rambutan, also an incredible one called the black sapote, which is a chocolate pudding fruit. It makes delicious ice cream.
So you're taking the recycle, well, you're recycling the waste effectively from the cafeteria and the work you do at the Discovery Centre, and you and all your staff get involved in that.
That's correct. That's correct. So another very good example is we have a coffee machine here. So it's always a bit of a battle between the staff who gets to take home the coffee grinds. It not only smells amazing on the garden, but incredibly good as organic fertiliser.
So I mean, most Australians have heard of the Daintree, but as somebody who's lived there for most of your life, tell me what it is. What's the thing that I guess that guests get to experience, and the thing that gives you the most pleasure of seeing them visit your place?
incredible wildlife encounters that we get here almost daily. So we have some incredible resident cassowaries. So you're looking at an animal whose genetic lineage is 65 million years in the making. So we quite frequently get to see these on almost a daily basis. But the other incredible thing about living up here is also the thirst for knowing a little bit more. So a bird that you might hear in the morning, I might not be sure of what that sound is. So every day you're sort of learning a little bit more about your surroundings, which the diversity and the complexity of this forest always gives you something more and something new.
So you're situated about 40 minutes north of Cairns. Would that be about right? Oh,
About two
okay.
hours
Yeah.
north of Cairns, yeah.
40 minutes north of Port Douglas, I think is probably what I meant. Your staff, obviously your staff and yourself are all very highly trained. What is it do you think visitors take away most of all from a visit to the Daintree? What is it the thing that inspires them and things they most learn about from a visit?
Probably just unrivaled natural beauty and having the understanding that you are in an incredibly ancient rainforest. So the genetic material and makeup of the plants that are surrounding us here, we have the highest concentration of primitive flowering plants found nowhere else in the world. So coming to the Daintree Discovery Centre gives people an understanding of where they are and what's around them. So while you go for a walk on the beach, you might find a beautiful large purple fruit. So these things we can give people that understanding of. So when they are exploring the area, especially by themselves, they have a much higher appreciation and a much higher understanding of the surroundings that is so unique to the Daintree.
And I've been dying to ask someone this question, and you're in a very unique position to answer. I just received a note from a friend that said the United Nations has a questionnaire they're putting out, which I might send you afterwards, actually, asking people 40 questions about what nature has been like since the COVID-19 crisis. What have you seen? Have you seen changes in the behaviour of animals since their removal of people? It's an extraordinarily fascinating situation.
You're right. One thing about the rainforest is it can very quickly take over. So when we do not have people walking around the facility, native animals decide to come in and make a home.
Is there an example you can give us? Has that happened already just in the last few weeks?
Yeah, correct. So I went to do a little bit of work on the canopy tower that we have here. And while I was up there, I looked down upon the roof of our main interpretive display building. And we have a resident amethystine python that has decided to come and hopefully make his home there. So this not only helps us prevent rodent chews, things like that, because our snakes feed on native rodents, rats, things like that. So cassowaries I've also been seeing a lot of, but the beauty about this particular centre is we have designated walkways where people are safe and the animals know the boundaries, where they can go, what they can do. So you can view these things in an incredible natural environment. Considering the centre we've been open for 30 years, we've had generations of animals born in this particular location. So the animals that are here feel very, very comfortable with people being here, because people have the respect of giving the native animals the space that they deserve.
And you actually, as you mentioned the canopy, I'll get you to talk about that momentarily. Obviously, that's a major attraction. I just recall just pulling up this quick picture from your archive. Maybe you could just talk us finally just through this experience and what people can expect to see when they visit you.
Yeah, so the Discovery Centre, we have walkways that access every level of the rainforest. So from the rainforest floor, we have walking trails meandering throughout the forest here. The aerial walkway gives you a fantastic opportunity to look below, look around, look above. So you're about 15 metres off the ground as you explore the aerial walkway. Then you come to our canopy tower. So this is a 23-metre canopy tower with 5 different viewing platforms. And we have information throughout the levels explaining what you're most likely to see from the rainforest floor to the mid-forest and above the canopy, which is it's just very popular.
Well, a visit for the Daintree to me is certainly long overdue, and for anyone who hasn't already been, it's certainly worth a visit. The Discovery Centre is fantastic. I have fond memories of visiting when I was last there a few years back, Peter. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope we'll see a reasonable transition back into a period of time when you can actually be part of something again and have visitors. Hopefully, we're not too many weeks away from that now. In the meantime, I'd encourage everyone to head to the Daintree Discovery Centre's Facebook page to follow you, your website to look and discover more. Obviously, follow Wildiaries and continue watching the series of interviews that we're doing along with Ecotourism Australia. Peter, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you again very much for your time, and have a great day and enjoy your peace and quiet.
Thank you so much, Simon, and thank you for the opportunity for me to present one of the most unique rainforests in the world. Thank you so much.
It's very, very much my pleasure. Thanks, Peter. Goodbye.